Hello everyone. Hello, welcome. Checkup Familia. Welcome to this Checkup Friday. And we allow the Bible to read us, not we reading it. Say hello to Perla. She is welcome to this video as well. And then this one is a little dynamic, so I will be reading from my notes and then we're gonna read some Bible together and we're gonna just apply it to our lives, okay? So in this one, let's talk about Marta and Mary. Yeah, two sisters. If you don't know about them, let's talk about it from the book of Luke and some of the book of John, okay? So how we're gonna talk about the sisters, how their lives can help us to identify some behaviors or beliefs that it can prevent us to come close to Jesus. That's important. Hey, don't look at me, okay? I can relate with Marta because it's always something to do. It's always something to do. So let's start reading from the book of Luke in chapter 10, verse 40 to 42. And it says, "But Martha was distracted with much serving, and she went up to him and said, 'Lord, do you not care that my sister had left me to serve alone? Tell her to help me. Tell her then to help me.' But the Lord answered her, 'Martha, Martha, you are anxious and troubled about many things. But one thing is necessary, and Mary has chosen the good portion, which will not be taken away from her.'" Hey, don't get frustrated, don't jump in ideas or anything. Let's talk about something so simple, but sometimes we miss it. And the first thing that I noticed, it was her behavior and her language towards Jesus. And her behavior was she was distracted, and her language was, her approach was she went to him, right? She went up to him and said, "Lord, you don't care." Being there, done that. I'm not here to blame anyone. I'm here to relate with someone, okay? Because so many times in life we get so distracted and we go there. "Lord, you don't care." He does, okay? So the top thing, especially as a woman during this time, it was hospitality. They were really hospitable. So her getting and focusing of all the things that needs to get done, it was not outside of her culture. It was the opposite. She was doing what she was supposed to do. You know how many times we get caught up with life and what's happening around us? Hey, don't feel bad. Me too, okay? Notice how she was distracted, and Jesus spoke to her distraction and anxiousness to focus on one thing, and it was him. It's not that you are distracted, it's are you able in the middle of your distraction to stop and focus on Jesus? That's a tough question, okay? I'm just putting out there. Don't punish yourself, okay? Don't punish yourself. We need to learn from Martha and her willingness to grow. You might say grow? Yes. Let me read you something. In John chapter 11, 23 through 27. Jesus said to her, "Your brother will rise again." Martha said to him, "I know that he will rise again in the resurrection on the last day." Jesus said to her, "I am the resurrection, the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. And everyone who lives and believes in me shall never die. Do you believe this?" She said to him, "Yes, Lord, I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God, who is coming into the world." Notice two responses from her is, "I know," and "Yes, Lord, I believe." Wow, what a growth, right? If she did it, me and you can, we both can, okay? This took place after her brother Lazarus died, right before Jesus was about to wake him up from the tomb, call him out from the tomb, and with her faith, Jesus moved. Remember Mary? Well, she was at the feet of Jesus, and after this happened, she took an alabaster box, broke it at the feet of Jesus, anointed him with her hair and her tears. That it was against culture, especially as a woman. And this intimate moment turned into intimate worship to the Christ that it was in front of her, Jesus. What we can learn from these two sisters is that it doesn't matter at what point in life we can encounter Jesus. We can encounter distracted, anxious, trouble, or willing to follow him and learn at his feet. He will never turn us away, even if we come with questions or willingness to follow him. He will welcome us with open arms, speaking the truth over our lives, that our focus should be Jesus. Martha turned her distress and anxiousness in trust and belief. Mary turned her willingness into an honorable worship. But we need them all. We need to learn how in the middle of our distress, we can trust, believe, and worship. We need to embrace it all. We need to be like Martha and Mary, not one or the other. We need to be like both. Navigating life with the tension of the distress and anxiousness, and living an honorable relationship to God that it turns into worship. With a heart of I know and yes, Lord, I believe. Leaving everything at the feet of Jesus. My friend, don't be discouraged. Be encouraged. If they did it despite their culture and the background, despite what people might say or think, we can do it as well. Me and you. You and me. So let's be like Martha and Mary, getting closer to Jesus one day at a time. So I would like to do a little summary in Spanish. So let me read it to you. Quiero compartirte cómo estas dos hermanas, Marta y María, nos enseñan cómo, no importando nuestras preocupaciones y preguntas, Jesús no nos cambia la perspectiva al enfocarnos solo en Él. Cómo el comportamiento de Marta es transformado de preocupación a seguridad y certeza. Y cómo María, su enfoque en aprender, la llevó a dar un momento de honor y adoración, lavando los pies de Jesús con costoso perfume, lágrimas y su cabello. De esta manera podemos aprender de las hermanas de Lázaro al tener un encuentro con Jesús, como sus vidas jamás fueron las mismas. Y nuestro enfoque debe ser Jesús. No necesitamos todo. Debemos aprender de Marta y María, no de una o de la otra, de las dos. Navegando con la tensión del ocupado de la vida y una vida de honra hacia Dios en nuestra relación y adoración. Con un corazón que dice, yo sé, sí Señor, he creído, dejando todo en los pies de Jesús. Mi amigo, mi amiga, no te desanimes, al contrario, toma ánimo. Si ellas pudieron, no importando la cultura, no importando el qué dirán, tú y yo podemos. Vamos a ser como Marta y María, acercándose a Jesús un día a la vez. Hasta el próximo video, que seamos bendecidos. Until the next one, let's be blessed. Bye bye.